5 seconds
minutes in or something. That's just not okay. It just made the game so easy for Alliance. So just work on the smaller things, focus on the smaller things first, and then hopefully we can see much more even the game.
Radiant team
Hopefully. Alrighty, let's see what they can pull out of the game. It looks like we've got a very fast banning phase coming out from both of these teams here. As Tayo, Void, PA, and Lina. No big surprises here, just getting those big OP heroes out of the way. And look at something else. Now mudgolems, are they going to go in with the first pick carry again? It seems like the morphling didn't really work how they wanted it.
It did not. And they go with the Undying this time. Okay. Take away the big team fight position 5 hero. Now that I look back on it, like if you look at mudgolems draft from last game, Apparition would have kind of wrecked them if they still decide to go that route, right? Omni, DP, Morph, whatever. Obviously, they wouldn't have picked those heroes as an Apparition. But like the reason why Alliance went with the Undying in the end, they just wanted that big team fight position 5.
Yeah.
They didn't want to take Apparition and then mudgolems have morphling and Undying, and then the Apparition is like kind of weak, right, against that team fight. You're also fighting into like 2 tombstones, and it's just not probably okay. So now Alliance picking up the Nature's Prophet, we're most likely going to see S4 play that. FNG can also play it, but NP against Undying in the lane, not going to be very easy for the Undying, and now they're going to pick the Morphling. So they did it the other way around, right? Instead of picking Morph and then going for the Undying, they go with the Undying first, and then now they got the Morphling.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's still fair enough. You know, I don't think this combo is necessarily bad. Last time they got the Earth Spirit, I think they wanted the Undying though, right? And this time they get it. So yeah, it's a strong combo.
It's good. It's really, really good. You get 2 tombs, the enemy gets none. It's really hard to deal with, and Undying can protect the Morphling in the lane as well. Just chase down the enemy heroes with decays.
Radiant
that being said, Morphling most likely will end up later, I think. And Alliance go with the Tiny now, so that's going to be the position 4, or Lim can play it, one of his best heroes too. I prefer the position 4 Tiny, not the biggest fan of the mid Tiny here. They're going to be good though, again with the NP.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I like Tiny. I think it's pretty nice. It gives you some burst potential for this Morphling. They really want to put pressure on this Morphling. You know, they can tell that Supreme wasn't comfortable. He had a bad game last game. I don't think it's unfair to say that at all. I think he did have a bad game on the Morphling. It was very rough, and they want to keep on putting the pressure on the Alliance. So they're big heroes which can take advantage of that fact. Makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. I want to see Invis Rune Tiny solo killing Morphling in the jungle. It's my favorite.
5 seconds remaining.
It's very mean. It's basically a free.
It always happens.
Yeah.
It's not mean. Seeing Morphling die is one of the most satisfying things in the world.
That's true.
I honestly hope they change Morphling though for next patch. Like I hate how this hero works. Right.
Agreed.
The only person enjoying like having a Morphling in the game is one playing Morphling, right?
Yeah.
If you're against Morphling, it's never a fun game.
Yeah, like I like the ulti and I like the adaptive strike, the waveform. It's just a tribute shift just feels weird. Like it doesn't feel like any other spell in the game, and it's so strong.
It's free.
Yeah.
I mean, like it used to be fine when it costed mana, so you can actually like work around it. You can check its mana pool. You can like. You know, pick heroes who burn mana, and he was still a pretty decent hero back then, but now it's like it's free. It's just OP. So let's hope that they do something to adjust this annoying little bugger.
Quite agreed, sir. Quite agreed. Yes, hopefully they do something, give him a bit of the old rework. Another one. He doesn't need it.
And maybe a remodeling too. It's been like 10 years.
They just scrap the hero. Who would miss him, right? OG would miss him, that's about it.
There's still a puddle of water. Still waiting. Some kind of rework. This lad. So let's take a look at the bans right now. Mudgolems protecting the Morph with Anti-Mage. Slark ban. I really wouldn't think that was like something concerning. I don't think Slark was like the problem last game. I just think they just didn't play well, and they kind of played too hard into the Slark when they picked that Night Stalker anyway. Right? They didn't need to pick Night Stalker. They could have picked like Sven, right, or something, and it would have been great. But the DP instead, and then now they didn't get the chance to get the Sven with the Omni. Feels bad, but that's okay. That's game 1 out of the way. Alliance banning Timber and Earth Spirit, and now a Death Prophet. Some good laning heroes like in the DP and the Timber. Earth Spirit would have been good with the Morphling combo, and now Alliance go with the Omni Knight themselves.
But yeah, I was about to make the point that Alliance, they're just not playing Sven recently. But mudgolems gonna take it anyway. They say, hey, we're not risking this. We don't want to risk giving away the Sven. We'll take it ourselves. Let's just Sven without an Omni. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So this is the combo now, right? The Sven with Morphling instead. You get the Morphling Aghanim's and you fly in, or you get Morph Ags and get the Undying Morph.
5 seconds remaining.
And Sven, honestly, is good against Omni though, because you can purge, right, with your stun. Yeah. Which is quite nice. And you can also burst Omni Knight in 1 stun. One of the heroes who is able to do that. Plus, the Sven is really good against Nature's Prophet. So Nature's Prophet isn't really going to like hurt the Sven that much, and he's going to have to cleave for these treants in the lane, which is really good. My concern is what carry is Alliance going to pick now, because they don't have Slark, they don't have Sven, and they're going to go for like a Troll. Like
Jug?
Jug Omni is not a thing, I think.
It's been run a couple of times with relative degrees of success. It kills the tombstone though, which I like.
Yeah.
They do go troll. Fair enough.
Thank you. You know, we're on fire today. At least like every game we've casted so far, we've got a couple of the heroes. You know, we call them out before they come out. You know, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'd like to blow our trumpet a bit more as well. But considering the patch is like 8 months old, you know, I don't know how much I can really celebrate that one. But sure, why not? We're the best, we're the smartest, biggest brain casters in the world.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go that far, okay? I was just gonna say like, hey, you know, we've done good for ourselves. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. But yeah, Tidehunter now picked up from mudgolems, so at least 33 gets to play one of his favorite heroes, right? We always see him actually play this Tidehunter.
I'm getting pretty violent flashbacks to the last Tidehunter we saw, though, which was the Ramses Tidehunter when he got sick of playing safe lane. Went to the off lane, picked up a rapier, did nothing with the rapier, and died. That was pretty miserable.
No, he managed to kill an enchantress.
Oh yeah, well,
for a Tidehunter. And then the next fight, he gave it back, and then they lost the game.
Yeah. Don't think that's going to be happening this game somehow, but there's an interesting one if you guys wanted to go back and watch an absolute clown fest of a game. That was definitely it.
10 seconds remaining.
Mudgolems now need a position
5 seconds remaining.
4 hero.
I'm gonna sidetrack quickly. What do you think of the 404 disband?
I mean, I don't know, dude. I think Ramses just wants to play in like some team that works for him. I don't think there was much synergy left with Ramses in solo anymore. It was really awkward. And then Sumail obviously was not longer part of the team in like the last like week or so with that team. So it seemed kind of natural that they were going to do that. Hopefully each one of those players will find like a team that works for them.
I'm sure
especially like No One and Ramses. I think these guys are like crazy. Zayak also like very talented player. Yeah. I'm sure they'll find something. There's going to be some crazy stuff happening for sure after this tournament, I think. So Mudgolems, while we're on this game now, I think Milana could be interesting, even though there is an Omni Knight. Rubik is also another very interesting hero this game. You got pretty decent skills to steal. Tiny skills are good. Omni skills amazing. So I would like to see a Rubik. You need a range hero. You cannot pick another melee hero into a troll Omni lane. I think you're gonna suffer a lot as Mudgolems. So.
I'm going for +4 Invoker. That's my prediction. Don't know if Milan plays it, but that's my prediction. I'm being bold. I'm being brash.
Okay.
I think it's nice just to have the tornado into the Troll Warlord and just kind of control them up a bit better. You also have the Deafening Blast, the Cold Snap, and all those things pretty nice. You can kind of just play around. There's so much you can cancel this game, so much you can purge off. It feels pretty good, I'd say, but also pretty vulnerable to the Troll and the...
Alright, I'll stick to Milana or Rubik.
Yeah. I think Rubik is like far and away the most likely call, but I think they might want to spice things up a little bit. Let's see what they do.
Alliance's turn to pick.
Ooh, we both suck. It's a Phoenix coming out from mudgolems.
No.
It doesn't tickle your pickle?
No. I mean, it's pretty strong team fight, and they have a lot of heals onto this Morphling, which is probably the best part, I guess.
They do.
It's not bad. It's just not the aggressive, like, kind of support that I was expecting from them. It still works. It definitely still works, though, in this draft. I'm just concerned that the troll might get, a kill or two, or, Heavenly Grace on a troll killing egg or tombs.
Yeah, that seems pretty likely. Seems pretty likely. I mean, there's a lot of things. I feel like you need something with attack speed in this final pick from Alliance. Let's see what direction they go.
Storm could be interesting for them though here. Doom could be interesting too. I think it's probably going to be like one of those two. I'll go with the Mars instead.
So they do.
Wait, hold on. Who's there?
Tiny.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's going to be Tiny Mid. So who's the 4 then? Is it Mars or is it the NP?
It's the NP, right? I think they've done this before. Nature's Prophet 4 and Mars offlaner, though they're not picking up their heroes straight away, so they're having to think about it. Yeah, there we go.
So it's Hanskin on the floor. Okay, so let's think about this for a second, right? We got S4, 3, Hanskin 4. Limp needs to make all the plays in the game now, right? Morphling mid is not going to be phased by a Tiny. The only time the Morphling is probably going to die to a Tiny is if there's an Invis rune in play, right?
Yeah.
So they don't really have any other ways to kill the Morphling either at the moment. I think mudgolems actually got a pretty solid draft. And the Sven, I fully expect him to have a free lane top as well. As long as mudgolems, Tidehunter, Phoenix lane don't suffer too much against Troll Omni, I'm going to have to favor mudgolems draft this game.
Fair enough. I think that's very fair enough. I mean, Alliance did outperform last game. They really did.
They did. Like, considering the teams, I still think Alliance is the better team. But in terms of if I just looked at the two drafts, right?
Yeah.
I do like mudgolems draft this game. In comparison to Alliance. And also, like, the fact that Hanskin is on NP, this is not the kind of hero I like position 4s to play in.
Yeah.
Right. Like position 5 NP, sure. Position 3 NP, sure. But 4 NP, like, they need to be making plays. They need to be having some kind of disable or like some really big bullying potential that can lead into good team fights. NP can do a bit of that only, and that's my concern.
Yeah, and they just don't really have like the stuns. They don't really have the catch. They don't really have the initiation on the side of Alliance to kind of punish this Morphling. I kind of feel like they've letting this Morphling get away with it, and I don't think you can do that. Supreme is a really good Morphling guy. He didn't really perform last game, but trust me when I say this guy can play a mean Morphling if you give him the right circumstance. This guy is going to be looking to prove himself. This guy is looking for his redemption arc, and I think this might be the game for it. Yeah, screw it. I'm going with mudgolems as well. Sorry, no spice today. I'm siding with you once again, but yeah. I think this is looking like it's a pretty good chance for mudgolems to try and take this series and make it a 1-1.
Right. Sounds good. Maybe we'll have our first BO3 of this Dota PIT season. It's going to be awesome to see mudgolems revitalized. I have some hopes for them with this draft.
Yeah, very much so. Let's get into it. Game number 2 of Alliance versus mudgolems here in the OG Dota PIT starting right now. So Supreme is going to be, of course, heading back to the mid lane once more. This time the Undying for his team. He's going to be playing mid versus the Tiny. I imagine he's going to do pretty well in this lane. I mean, Tiny's lack of armor is surely going to hurt him a bit in this matchup.
I mean, it's just going to be a farm fest, right? I think one thing Supreme should have learned from last game is just focus on your own network. Get your items. Try not to die early, and just be this immovable wall on the mid lane, so the Alliance can't just come in and take your tower. And eventually, you're gonna get this Aghanims that's gonna be pretty game changing.
Ooh, FNG, the cheeky boy. He wrapped around the back, grabbed himself the bounty rune, and that's gonna secure Alliance 3 bounties.
One, mudgolems heroes too is they're not really good at just early level 1 trying to get first blood. Even if they found FNG, they wouldn't be able to stop them from like actually trying to contest for that rune, unfortunately.
No, certainly wouldn't. So they're going to try and put some pressure onto Nico maybe up here in the top lane, I'm sure. The
Milan, hold on. Milan has second skill and he's in a pretty awkward position. Nico Baby keeps throwing axes at Milan, like it could be quite bad for him. But he does have boost though to start level 1, so smart play on his end, understanding that this lane is scary. There's quite a bit of slowing that could be happening. Just going for the boots instead.
Yep, just wants to keep the distance from this Omni Knight as well, who's a melee hero. Meanwhile, down at bottom, we got Skitter laning up into S4, who is playing on the Mars. I think it's going to be a pretty good lane. I mean, laning the Mars into the Undying is never ever fun.
Yeah, it's not. And Skitter, I do expect him to have like free farm and Fada to just constantly heal Skitter up. And one reason why we do see S4 play Mars is because he didn't want to play Nature's Prophet core against Zen, but now he's playing Mars core against Undying. It's like, you know, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you know, S4 just sucked it up. He's like, okay, I'll just play Mars, at least I'll have better mid-game, you know, team fight release with this hero, and you just play the Nature's Prophet, and that's good.
Yep, that makes sense to me. Checks out. So yeah, I'm imagining it's going to be pretty quiet unless obviously the Wolfen gets caught out on low on Falaji, which is unlikely. FNG on the run. GP's away. We'll just about make it out and we'll survive on the Omni.
But Milan sees him, and FNG doesn't have a whole lot of regen. He doesn't have a whole lot of regen. He only has one more tangle left and a stick coming out, so no shooting salves also. I don't expect Nico Baby to salve his position 5, that's for sure.
That'd be a weird timeline. He's even going to get his career killed for this as well as Milan just comes through and snipes it off.
Ooh, that feels bad.
It does.
Yeah, FNG not going to be able to provide a lot of support for Nico Baby anymore with how low his HP is. Going to have to wait a bit under the tower, gain that 1 extra HP regen, chill him out.
Still no first blood just yet, as Dylan's bottom lane Skitter 14-4 compared to the Mars, who is 7-2. Man, he is not getting a lot. Meanwhile, Hanskin's been doing a bit of jungling though. He's 4-1, so that's kind of where this lane's being made up a tiny bit, but still not amazing.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Nags the back bottom. Just little wins for Alliance for now.
Yeah, they need him. They need those little wins. I think it's really going to come down to probably the minute 4 rune. If the Tiny can get the minute 4 rune, then I'm fairly sure he can, you know, if it's like a haste or an invis, then he's probably going to be able to find a kill with that one.
Yeah, definitely. Is it me or did Hanskin deny a ward bottom? I think Hanskin actually denied it after he killed that card and didn't want Fada to be getting that, maybe. Or maybe
You've done your work,
Ward.
No, good enough.
I'm not sure. I think I was just seeing the wrong word maybe. But yeah, so far mid lane Limp. He's gonna go for the rune here. This is pretty big. Oh, he got a haste.
No, that's one of the ones. Kill rune. I'm wondering what is going to happen with it.
That is.
Alright, where are we expecting him to go? What are you expecting him to do with it?
If anybody actually plays aggressively, that's where I think he's gonna go with the tiny hasting right now. Or maybe he pushes the mid lane out first and then tries to go top. I think the Tide, Phoenix, these are the 2 big kills that he can actually get.
Oh, FNG, if that connects, not quite connect with the second Fire Spirit. It's not going to be enough to bring down FNG now. 33 is going to be jumped a little bit, but FNG, big mistake. Walks into range of the Gush. I'm fairly sure 33 actually just leveled that one up. I'm not sure if he's been using it so far, so maybe just kind of caught him guard, holding the skill point, and it pays off pretty big there.
Here comes the time top though. He wants 33.
I think he's got 33 as well. Limp comes flying into this top lane. 33 tries to bury his head in the tree. Please, don't kill me. But Limp doesn't care. The Tiny doesn't care. Finds him in the tree line, brings him down. And that's going to be a successful rotation. Meanwhile, the Phoenix tries to be cheeky. Doesn't quite get the bounty, unfortunately.
Limp also snags the bounty. Big plays from Limp. Like, not only has he done very well mid, but he gets the kill onto the offlaner, steals the enemy bounty rune, and makes it back to the mid lane before Supreme can do anything in terms of pressuring the mid tower. So very well played from him.
Very nice. 2 for 6 on the bounty rooms now for Alliance as well. So they're finding their wins where they can. It's pretty big. Neil down the bottom lane. Skidder being jumped a little bit by Hanskin and S4. Are they really trying to commit to this kill? Looks like they are. The body blocks from the Treants. Pretty damn good. Skidder, he can't run away. Stuck by the creep. One more right click will be needed. The Goblin Creep doesn't connect. Spear comes through. They grab him with the spear. Beautifully thrown by S4. Bringing down the Sven.
That was really nice. At least in the end, S4 gets the kill onto the Sven. Gonna be very happy with that one. You know, although he has been farming well, there's been a lot of pressure being put on the Sven because of the Nature's Prophet. The right clicks, Lightstone. About it because there's somebody else right in front of you. I don't expect Morphling to die, but this Invis can make pretty big plays on one of the silents again. Most likely on 33 again. I think he's the one that you really want to be bringing down at the moment, because if he becomes too tanky...
Parejas, yo diría que no. S4 ha ganado el línea de bot, Sven muy poco farmeado. El Morphling ha perdido por bastante el línea del medio.
Поэтому я его не признал сначала.
Не признал, да? Ты всегда в другую сторону.
Ну, естественно.
Тут он к тебе.
Да.
And after them.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures
Isn't
are
even his tower because
fortified.
of the suddenly. Fortification has actually been used, but they're looking at Hanskin right now. Stealing the tiny form, comboing up Hanskin. They're going to be able to bring him down. Phantom will clap him up. And that is 8 dead. Nature's Prophet. You got to respect. Supreme.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he wasn't expecting Morph to scale up Morph on level 6. And that's why he was doing that. As soon as he changed it to Tiny, I was like, oh no, Hanskin, you're in a lot of trouble, buddy. Just wave on top of you. The combo. And where is he going now? He's gonna go bottom, heal up S4, maybe try to push his bottom lane out, get some pressure on the bottom tower now.
Look at Lim. He's stealing the enemy stacks. He's stealing the Tide stack.
That's very nice. That's a 3 stack right there that he managed to take away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that was for the Tide. And that was his comeback stack. He doesn't have that anymore. He's going to walk to the jungle and be very disappointed. Nico.
These silence no longer going well for mudgolems. Troll getting very far ahead now ever since that rotation from Limp, and bottom lane Skidder, once he died to the Mars plus the Nature's Prophet, he's also struggling. Still only level 5. Doesn't really have many stacks either in the jungle. The only good lane I think right now for mudgolems is pretty much a Morpho. Like, he's got good levels, he didn't die this game, and as long as he keeps on this pace, he can do something.
Alrighty, I'm on board for the Supreme Redemption story. Or he had been from the start. Cinderella story. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, some matchup fail, but he has killed the tombstone and the kill comes through. He did a good job, will do today. Actually get the deny out on squid, and now with the trees, with the spear coming back onto the span, but I think S4's dead regardless. Don't really have a counter play here. They're going to be able to run slowly enough. They do commit the Ravage for it. They're still going to be able to give him that kill. Meanwhile, Supreme comes in and gets himself a courier at mid. All is well. Mudgolems, they take a little bit back for themselves.
Yeah, that was very nice. And the Mars trying to make a play out Milan. I think
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pull roots and run.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is falling.
For me. Crushed you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mine is truly a blessed life. Waters rise. Blessings. The armor of omniscience. Rain, rest, dissolve you.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No sorceries avail.
Radiant are scanning.
Rolling out.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Invisibility. Thanks. A rolling stone. Look out for falling rocks!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
My waters rise. Uprooted after them. A rolling stone.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Look out for falling rocks. Haste.
So it's making it very hard for Alan. Oh wow, yeah.
Oh dear.
Milan, he feels good about that. Dropping the voice lines too. He knows he's outplayed them right now while Lance is trying to make a play.
Yep.
FNG.
Give them a little bit of a little bit of a poke, a little bit of a prod. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really good from him. They're gonna defend bottom, but they're playing under vision right now. Milan might just be dead. He's gonna be dead in like 2 seconds.
Let's say that's less than 2 seconds.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah,
Pretty quick.
Exactly. That's gonna expose the ward though, and it is gonna allow mudgolems to actually defend the bottom tower. This Tidehunter has become unkillable,
Radiant
essentially.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, he's a big old
Radiant's
watermelon.
middle tower is under
Gonna take a
attack.
big old knife to cut through him, and they don't really have that on the side of the Alliance right now. Maybe if the troll can get on him in the ranged form without getting anchor smashed, then that could bring him down. But at the same time, the troll's not that hard hitting just yet. He's not really going for a much very like damaging build.
Yeah, he's going for
into
BKB. I don't know about that. Like, he doesn't have the Battle Fury. He's not going for some super carry build. He wants to play aggressively. I wonder if he needs to go for a Diffusal Blade at some point against mudgolems heroes. But he also needs a Basher though, because he's fighting against a Sven.
A lot on the shopping list. It's a bit
Exactly.
busy right now. Meanwhile, FNG being chased by a Godstring Skidder. He wants to take him out. He's going to actually pop the G8 for himself, so that's going to keep him alive a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Arena comes down, but the egg jets drop just in time to stop the spear connecting, and that's going to keep the Phoenix alive. But it is Supernova on cooldown for rather a long time. I feel like Alliance aren't going to be too sad about this one. I mean, they get out 2 of their heroes. It's pretty big.
Yep, FNG got a bit fortunate. Supreme missed his waveform.
very lucky. Talking about Supreme, he's in some trouble here in the middle lane as Lim jumps in with a combo. Hanskin gets on top of him as well, and they take down that Morphling. Oh dear, misstep from Supreme, staying out a little bit too deep, a little bit too long, and he's going to be the only hero that drops in the last minute of gameplay. That's pretty bad.
That is. He is the carry of mudgolems for sure in this game. It looked like he was on pace for a really good timing on his E-Blade, but now that he's dead, still needs 200 more gold before that's completed. And they're probably gonna look for a smoke right after that. Sven and Tide has overtaken the Morphling, his own team at least. Still very healthy, I want to say, for mudgolems, even though they're a bit behind in terms of net worth.
Yeah, it still feels like they just have this huge teamfight advantage, which Alliance haven't really shown much initiative in overcoming right now. But, you know, maybe this troll is going to be raid boss. Maybe once he gets his BKB, he's just going to be running around the fights doing what he wants. We'll see how effective it is in taking down these Mudgolems heroes. I almost feel like if he had Battle Fury, I'd be really scared for the side of Mudgolems, but because he doesn't, I just kind of not feeling like he's going to reach this godlike stage.
Well, if he goes for Battle Fury, then it's really easy for Mudgolems to actually take the initiative and run into Alliance and fight, right? But going for this Yasha BKB allows the Troll Warlord to, you know, engage into Mudgolems if they ever try to do something. He's going for Assange now, and then the Basher. Really good call here for Mudgolems actually. I want to say, but
they're going for it.
Alliance have figured it out.
And Bertha trying to blow up FNG as quickly as possible. He's able to get the heal out onto Limp, but it doesn't make a difference. They're going to get him brought down, and then Limp for Limp as well. But Nico Baby comes rolling into the fight. S4 going to pop down the arena. They've managed to trap the Sven, and they get that kill. Fata goes down as well, so it's probably a pretty bad trade currently, although that kill into Limp sweetens the deal a little bit for the side of Mudgolems. Now Mudgolems are really just scattering. They might have found 33. He's going for the TP away. S4 is in with the spear, cancels the TP. 33 trying to get himself away, but unfortunately can't do so. Makes it to the other side of the trees, but with so many heroes chasing him and just right-clicking him down, they'll be able to get through his defensive, and they will find the kill. Alliance win the engagement. They lose 2, but they get 3 in response, and they stop that rush attempt dead in its tracks.
Good call from Alliance. It still take the team fight. Troll running all the way from bottom to middle, helping the Mars Sven, and then the Tide Hunter, and this is gonna open up Roshan for Alliance now. They got the Heavenly Grace, which makes this not like a super hard committal Roshan take from Alliance. Ravage is on cooldown too for Mudgolems. They're gonna have to give this up.
They are indeed. Into pit we shall go for Alliance.
They might try though.
Mudgolems, they've got a supernova. I think they want to try and do something about this. Milan maybe looking for the steal. What can he do? Rolling across, supernova around the back of the roach pick. I'm going to get to that one. I'm going to try and bring down Fata. We'll be able to do so. Spear connects onto the Morphling. He doesn't have the metal strength going. He's dead. Supreme is out of the occasion. The Morphling is out. And now Milan has to leave as well. Oh no, they're getting the clumsy. He's just sitting here on the high ground. Limp is able to close the gap, gets on top of him, combos him down. Milan can do nothing but die as well. There is nothing left for this Roche. Nico Baby's going to have it. Ages in the hands of the Troll Warlord with BKB as well. I'm thinking Alliance might be looking a little bit more than scary at this point.
That, to me, that just looks like 3 free kills that just gave away, right? Skitter was still bottom. He was farming. He had no intentions of coming to that team fight. Tidehunter was nowhere nearby too. They tried to take an engagement 3 versus 5, and I'm not entirely sure what they were really expecting because they didn't have an opening to try and burst someone with that E-Blade too. Morphling falling once again. His net worth is looking very sad now, and the Sven like catch up also very far behind. Not even level 15 yet for that Stormhammer Dispel.
Yeah, that's a bit of a question. Mark, he's very low leveled. Stun away, Nico Baby. Nico Baby does not count. Level 18, you scrub. Don't come near me. I do not associate myself with peasants. This troll.
Yeah, even so S4, he's already level 15. Supreme.
Well, a field laid out onto himself is going to buy him the time he needs to get himself some distance away, but now could maybe be in a spotters bother. Pop down the axes, try and give them the evasion to make it through. Ravage comes through as well. Supreme's so low though, he's still gonna fall. It doesn't matter, he's still dead to the Tiny, and now Tiny jumps forward even more. And tier 4's where you go. This feels a little bit aggressive as the buyback comes out from the Morphling with a spear, and Billy catches him out the moment he TP's in. He can't actually do anything to get on top of him. He needs to be careful here. Supreme pops the dual blade, the combo down onto the Troll Warlord. He pops the ultimate just in time though, keeping himself alive. They are going to be able to control him up. He's on high ground. Should he die here, which I imagine he will, it's going to be kind of hard to get out of this one, but he's actually got himself an Essence Ring. That's going to buy him a little bit of space. Now the Supernova popped immediately, trying to time it for when he comes back to life. No one's here to help him. Now in comes the Supernova crashing down upon him, and Nico Baby shall fall. He can bleed, but it did cost them a buyback from their Morphling.
Yeah, why didn't Alliance just back off after they got the morph? Oh man, that was very awkward. The tier 2 tower is still up. Giving away the troll, his Aegis, a life. This is an opening for mudgolems to actually just get a little bit back from this map. I know Morphling had to buy out, but that's okay, because whatever they just got from it was completely worth it.
Alright, well. Still a very, very long a distance between this troll and everybody else, but this is going to make it a little bit easier for them to try and come back into this game. And they're actually picking out FNG here. He's up to clear his creepers, but Supreme's going to get on top of him along with 33. They've got the shotgun available. Chick, chick, boom. Down goes FNG.
And that's another 40 seconds death time put onto Alliance. They do get the Phoenix, but that doesn't matter, right? Any trades from mudgolems right now is worth it. Is the troll going to TP top?
Trying to do something. They've got the arena depth. Okay, comes the Morphling. He's got a strength morph. He's feeling pretty chill, although he's might be a little bit sweaty now that Lynn gets on top of him as well. But he's got the Ethereal Blade out onto himself, goes for the TP away, and he cancels. Not today. Bye-bye. He is gone.
He used everything just to try and burst him down, although he already got his strength morph off. If they actually just held the tiny toss, it would have been enough, right? As soon as Troll came, he would have been able to secure that kill onto the morph, but maybe a little bit of a misplay from Alliance, even though they realized that mudgolems are abandoning this morphling.
25 minutes, 13 to 15 is the scoreline with a 13k gold advantage for Alliance.
Still a huge advantage though for now.
Position 4 Nature's Prophet, currently in the second place of the net worth chart.
Oh yeah, I just realized that.
Aren't you, Hanskin?
I underestimated Hanskin's Nature's Prophet, but he's doing a really good job with this hero.
Getting that money, getting those aura items, nice AC for the crew. Love it.
Radiant's top
Going for a
tower is under
BKB,
attack.
not even a Solar Crest, wants to be a core himself.
Alright. Enough game to pause for. I want to be the guy slapping people.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I want to see him take over Nico Baby. That would be the... that would be insane. I don't think it's gonna happen though. But yeah.
Anime plot line right there. Yeah, he's really just kind of farming up and doing his thing, isn't he? Huge amounts of
Making
farm, this guy.
A lot of pressure on the other side of the map while his team just groups up.
That's why when S4's been like really struggling. He's got Blink Dagger, he's got BKB, like at 26 minutes, you're happy about that as a Mars.
Oh no, he's huge. Person, I don't think, it just looks like, you know, his net worth is a bit low is because of all the other mudgolem hero players, right? And their heroes, they're not really that high. Like their net worth is very bad. These are the kind of items he expects them to have like 20 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Wrapping around upon FNG, God Strength coming through as well. They want to try and bring down the Omni Knight, and they should be able to do so. It's going to take a bit of time. FNG with his dancing feet on gets through the trees. Fada will find him. It's taking some time. They'll finally bring him down, but meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, Supreme has fallen. He gets comboed up in the middle lane. Wasn't expecting S4 and the double damage Tiny to be beating him. He waveforms in, gets himself killed. Pretty
S4 isn't done. He wants something.
He's not. This God Sven's running around. I mean, he wants to do something, but there's not really much he can do.
Yeah, and as soon as Alliance is alive, they're just gonna go, right? As soon as the Omni, I mean, is alive. Without God Strength, without Morphling, mudgolems can't even defend this high ground anymore.
Middle tower has fallen.
They're gonna try to slow it down the best that they can for 40 seconds. They need to.
Yep, they need this Morphling back before they'll do anything. 33 is going to jump himself in. BKB pop from Limp here. Really wants to get the toss back. Won't be able to do so. Catch the creep instead, but still a decent amount of damage being dealt to this tower. Skidder goes in. Arena comes down, but it's going to miss with the spear. So Skidder and Fire are kind of just chilling inside this arena. Okay, that's pretty nice in here. Don't really mind.
So fortunate for mudgolems that toss does not hit onto 33, because with that BKB down and S4 drop in the arena, that's going to stop all of Alliance's teamfight capabilities. It's going to back on off. They know if they stick around for the tower, they're just going to be in a really bad position 10 seconds from then. Hansuke's got his BKB, I think. He's got it complete.
He's a happy tree man,
big.
that's for sure. He is.
Yup.
He is.
Just been chilling bottom, farming up.
Oh no, I see a paladin sword on a troll warlord. That is
that's good.
definitely not what you want to be seeing if you're on the side of mudgolems. They're trying to set up on Tim right here. I don't know how much they can do. Stun gets thrown onto him along with the Sunray as well. It's doing a decent amount, but he pops ultimate, turns around onto the Sven. Skin doesn't know what he's got himself into, trying to run himself away with his BKB of his own, as Supreme tries to blow up FNG on the backline. Will be able to eventually kill him off using that tiny sword, but now this guy's in real trouble. The toss away from Supreme. It actually gets him out of there. Oh, he dies regardless as Limp's able to find him. The new Supernova's coming down, trying to give them the cover they need to retreat from this engagement. I'm not sure how much it's really going to do though. Alliance are going to look for these heroes inside the tree. TPs are coming out. One gets out. Milan's going to stick around to try and push the creep wave in a little further. 33 blink away, TP away. Milan just says bye and leaves the map entirely for some reason, because he can do that. I don't really know why, but all the same, a nice retreat from the side of mudgolems, but all the same, they lose the spend, and that is going to be quite sad for the mudgolems once more. I mean, every time they try to make these plays, it just seems like they don't bring enough. They don't have enough in the tank, and then the rest of Alliance just show up and really kind of like grate their cheese.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication from mudgolems. They thought, or Skidder at least thought, that 33 was going to go in and ravage that troll warlord, and they were just going to start smacking on him, but they didn't, and Nico Baby just popped the BKB. He can man-fight Sven super easily. And what happened to the toss there was he tried to toss him back to 33, but 33 blinked in for the ravage. So he ended up right back where he started. Exactly.
I was extremely confused. That makes sense. Yeah, that was not what they wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what ended up happening.
Like I saw him fly off the screen, and then he was just kind of like back in the middle of everything, and I was like, oh, sorry, Spend.
Mudgolems. I think it would have actually worked out had 33 not blinked in, so they could have baited Alliance more towards 33, and then he could have ravaged with a really good positioning in the egg. But because the Sven ended up back there, and the 33 also committed to the fight with the Tidehunter, it became an awkward fight.
Domino's Troll walking into a bunch of heroes, does manage to get on the BKB just in time, turns it around onto the Morphling, and in comes Lim combo him up, but he is able to tank up into this somehow. Finally gets taken down though by the spear off the mast. The mudgolems desperately trying to fight into this one. Looking at Nico Baby. Nico is getting kind of low. Sunray doing its damage. 33 on top of him as well. Skidder trying to close the gap. Unfortunately, he just doesn't have that axe, so he can't close the gap. Turning around now with the Abyssal Blade. Actually gets on top of him. Nico Baby just trying to fight up. Will finally get killed off. It took that time, but they do get him down. FNG as well is going to die to the sword of the Sven. Meanwhile, S4 on the run. 33 trying to close the gap as Lim comes in the back. It's S4 getting out. It looks like everyone gets out here. Maybe I spoke too soon? Nah, Lim's too tanky to go down here, and they've actually got to be cautious of losing their Sven as S4 comes back in. Goes the God's Rebuke. Looking at Fatta. Net comes through as well. 33 just gently smacking into the S4. He's not really going to do anything here to save Fatta. Fatta will die. It's a very awkward fight. Like, there's a lot of heroes on full HP and full mana, but just can't really commit to each other.
No, it's because of Hanskin. He was pushing the bottom tier 3. That's how the engagement broke off when Skidder TP bottom, got cancelled, and mudgolems kept having to TP people or try to get someone down there to stop Hanskin from taking their axe. So really good play from him. But this fight started off with Alliance, or at least Nico Baby, making the one taboo against Undyne. You never fight into these high grounds, right? As soon as a tome landed up there, even though you have a BKB, even though you can man fight the Sven or the Morphling, it was just so difficult to bring that tome down. And that's where Alliance found themselves being stuck and losing their Troll Warlord.
It's so hard to play into this tombstone when it's up on there, especially with the heroes they have.
It's actually really imbalanced because of the mischance as well. onto the hill. So you can't really guarantee that tomb to die. Plus you have to worry about the Undying Soul ripping it, and also some of your attacks missing.
Well, it's a slight comeback from mudgolems this one, but now Lions are inside the pit. They're very aware of this on the side of mudgolems. They have all their ultimates available. They're going in and try and interrupt this one. Can they do so? Nika Baby trying to bring down the burst. Ravage comes through as well. Roshan is so low, they don't take down S4. Hanskin as well, not that healthy. Roshan will fall. Nika Baby picks up the Aegis, but they kill off Hanskin at the same time. He's going to fly back, come back in on this one. Nika Baby trying to run down the Undying. Well, they're on top of him, but in comes the GA from the side, stopping that spam damage. He just has to run out of the pit, but they're leaving 33 behind. He is pretty fast on this. Tide Hunter, but quite fast enough, it looks like. And from inside the pit, they will be able to finish the job. Hanskin brings him down, buying back into this fight. Skinner's on the run, Morphling as well. Once again, mudgolems, it was bad, but unfortunately, the moment that Roche found that Aegis went into the hands of Nika Baby, the fight really was over. Supreme's able to get the waveform up into the high ground. Then he can turn this one around. In comes the land, sweeping on through. A nice tracking with the Sunray to Nika Baby. Might finish the job here, certainly will. A toss back from Lim, but Skinner in a whole world of hurt though, as he's going to lose his life. Has buyback available on the spend. No God Strength though makes it not that tempting to use it. And now Alliance are still on this high ground, and with this AC, they can take this tower down so quickly. Nika Baby as well, just so damn fat. Buyback comes out from 33, but they're moving on to the barracks now as well. The Lions are whacking away at these buildings. They need to do something here as they shove 33 onto the front lines. Nika Baby getting those further stacks up. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. Pops a BKB to get himself away. Hanskin as well. A BKB available from him. They don't have the interrupts to actually stop him just TPing out in front of their very eyes. Jump forwards now from the land. TP out from FNG. Any cancels available? Yep, the little adaptive strike comes and pokes him in the bum. Kills him off. So FNG will die. It's not much. It's not much. And oh yeah, a little bit of Rat Dodo coming out from our boy Hanskin as he takes down the bottom range barracks, just doing his thing. You know how it be. Give me some mice in the chat, folks, as we have another fight breaking out here in the middle lane. Nova's gonna get used inside that arena. Supreme's in trouble. He's gonna die, and they take down the Supernova as well. The egg gets popped. S4 gets a double kill. This is actually absolutely awful. Alliance have just absolutely played them over the past minute here.
Yeah, Hanskin making that great play, pop the BKB from the top lane, TPing to bottom, not going back into a defensive position, getting that split push on, giving Alliance enough time to regroup and come back in and shut down mudgolems once again. Oh, so bad.
Deary me.
For mudgolems.
It is.
They're just getting picked apart, left, right, center. S4 just poking out this top racks with his Desolator. Troll middle being buffed up.
And every fight, it seems to be the same story. Skitter gets a kill onto FNG with his ultimate. Oh no, they jump onto him now. Abyssal comes through. A nice little combo there using that tree toss along with the Abyssal. But unfortunately, I think the Tiny ran out of trees. Swooping through once again, just trying to slow things down with the Sheevas. They have no range barracks left by them, and they have 3 melee barracks left. That's nature's problem things. The arena comes down. They manage to catch out Fata. He is gone out for the count, and they're going to take down a Tombstone along with him, but in comes the Ravage. Here we go. They're going to try and make this fight happen. They're moving on to Lim. Can they bring him down in time? GA comes through. They're keeping him up. The BKB and the GA, they don't have the damage. They can't get through his defenses. Lim gets away. They're going to try and turn around and get the kill instead onto the Tide, but he's going to be okay. Meanwhile, Supreme controlling up Nika Baby, but in comes the Abyssal. He should be okay here on the Morphling as in comes the Supernova. Getting popped, trying to control him up. Can they take down that Supernova? Yes, they can. It goes down. Milan is dead. 100 seconds without him as FNG will follow him to the grave. Sorry, Fata follows him to the grave. They'll blow up Supreme as well. They're hemorrhaging heroes right now. They just do not have the ability to fight into this team. Alliance, they are too damn strong, too damn tanky, and too damn good. They will take down mudgolems, winning the clean 2-0. The double 2-0s. I mean, I can't say I didn't really expect it, but still very, very tidy from Alliance.
It just felt like, again, they're just a better team, right? In this series as well. Mudgolems, we saw a little bit with their mid game. Their cores were very underfarmed, but all their cores had some farm, right?